Why even have earbuds today? Motherfucker. Good morning, guys. Does this still charge? How's everyone doing? Okay, today I believe we have J. Powell testifying. I believe the best option is to wait. Also, there's this. Hmm. Big hmms. You feel me? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you guys for tapping in. You know what time it is? 6:30 in the fucking morning. Hit an African shuggy. Papa Zin. Powell's Hawkers could see big downside move. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking. I'm leaning more towards that in the sense of like seeing this set up. I do think we get a potential gap down if he's hawkish. I think the best choice is to just wait for this guy today. Okay. Refresh my economic calendar. Okay, so we have Powell and Jolts at 7. That's no fun. Powell and Jolts at 7. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not just Powell. So that first move initially is going to probably be from Jolts, and then Powell's going to testify, right? I think everyone kind of expects that. We kind of all, okay, let's see what the data says. 5,100. Well, we've also moved very far from 5,100 now. Okay, SPX opened up. If you guys hear background noise, apologies. That's because some of the employees are getting in early too. It does not look like dealers are positioned for downside. However, if we do break 5100. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. If this set of data stays, that'd be fucking wild. This one looks like it's more likely to stay, especially with Powell. Kind of both positioned for both sides. Just see what happens here. Tequila for the sore throat would be good. Head and shoulders. Powell's hawkish. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I'm actually gonna get some water really quick. So give me a second, guys. I'm back. I'm also kind of hungry. I'm on doing a simple, easy 24-hour fast, and it's like the only thing I've had was I just gotta wait till lunch today so I can eat something. Let's check these comments. Nothing new. Okay. Wow, the delay is ass. What's green today? Nvidia 2%, Meta 2%. Nvidia. Okay, literally everything's lightly green. What is this stock? Morgan Stanley. Get shit on. Okay. Apple still dead. The main three stocks, actually like top 4, top 5 stocks aren't super green. I'd be weary of that. This is okay. Questions, guys. Where's GexFlip so far? GexFlip there's one at 5,100. Right now it's mixed, right? We always talk about what's the first thing we do? We come in, we watch the data, and then we basically wait to see which one it picks because it seems to always flip flop between two. So kind of just waiting. Is there trading later today for? Yes, there is. I do apologize yesterday. I missed. Basically, it was 3 o'clock. I came back to the office to go use the gym, and then from the gym, when I came into gym, my parents were short staffed, so I just helped them out. Me and my friend helped them out until like 5:30, and then by then I also got some news that I didn't really that wasn't very good news. So then I kind of like lost it. It like fucked with my head a little bit. So then I was just waiting for since it fucked with my head, everything else kind of slipped my mind. So I do apologize for missing class yesterday. That's never my intention. So apologies for that. See if we bounce 5100 split wall here. Um, what do you guys want? 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. tonight? What do you guys? What works best for you? I wish I could send out like a YouTube poll. Actually, I'll send it out on the Traderlink channel. Actually, because I'm not teaching the class. It's with Fatty, Liquidos, and Jake Crispin. So let me. Most people saying 6 p.m. Okay. Was that the fib level rejection? Yeah, it was. Wow. Fucking to a T. Am I right or am I right? ES and NQ following the same thing today. Let's see, kind of. NQ bounced off QQ dark pool. I was watching Fiddle from 8:30. 8:30 on ES. 8:30 a.m. low to new highs. 8:30 is 5:30. Oh, you're talking about this one. That's where that bounce was right here. Okay, I get that. Okay, data's still very mixed, but 50-40. This one seems more likely to happen. Why? Because we pushed up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. When the data settles, I'm hoping. Man, did I just fuck up my chart? Let's refresh. Barely positive on this one. Overnight calls paid. Nice one. What did I just do? I took a screenshot of both just so I don't have to keep like seeing different ones. Or like I can see the differences between the two. Hopefully there aren't that many big changes up until then, so. What's the screenshot of? That was fast. I'm on a Mac right now, so it just takes the regular screenshot. But if you're on PC, I suggest using Snipping Tool. Snipping Tool, you literally open it up, click New, screenshot whatever you want, Control Copy, like after you click into back into Snipping Tool, and then you can paste it onto your chart. Snipping Tool is better than the Mac one, in my opinion. To interpret Vana right now. There's just one giant bar at 5,000, so there isn't much to interpret. I do think, personal opinion, I do think it is lower today. That's my intuition telling me. But we have rallied up and we are fucking always, there's always fuck your puts Powell, so. Yeah, personally, my intuition tells me lower today. You watched the new Avatar? Yeah, I watched it. It's not the live action. It's actually not that bad, guys. I don't think it's that bad. I ended up rewatching the old Avatar too, like the cartoon, and then I also rewatched like Avatar or Legend of Korra. I think that's the name of it. NQ VWAP, definite improvement of last live action. Yeah, the GEX shifting back and forth is actually today's GEX and tomorrow's. If you go into tomorrow's GEX, you'll see it. Interesting. Is that really the case? Oh, it is. Hmm. Today's doesn't even load. Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. 5150. So this is aggregate for today all the way till Friday. So I think 5100 will act like support today. With Powell and Jolts in 3 minutes. So let's see what happens. Oh, 5150 looks fucking massive. Bro, if we hit, this has been happening a lot lately. Like it'll hit highs. Like it'll, what does it look like on a 4 hour? Hold on. This is what I'm seeing. Never made a new low. So we do have potential to make another high. Wouldn't doubt 5150 is like in the books, or could be potentially in the books. All right, I changed my bias from more. My intuition tells me down, but charts and data telling me differently. Yeah, my intuition tells me down, but it's data kind of tells me otherwise. Pretty much stagnant. All right, there's the JOLTS report. Bet you SPX bounced right off 5100. Oh no, we didn't even tap that yet. This is probably just a reaction off JOLTS and then wait for Powell to start talking more. We're just waiting. These candles aren't even telling me a story either. Positive delta being built up on footprint too. So. Positive delta plus data kind of tells you a little bit more ups rather than breaking the downside today. That goes against my intuition though. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant on this. Gex flip 50. I would put it at 5100 instead of 5085. You have two Gex flips, right? So 5100 in my opinion is probably going to be more important. Anyone have the J Powell link? If you do, can you post it in the channel or YouTube? Broke 5100 on SPX. See what happens here. Like I said, although the data was telling me more up, or like a potential upside, my intuition tells me downside. I don't think there's. Could be just completely wrong though. Could go for this gap fill here. Let's see what happens. See if we start rejecting 5100 on SPX. I think that'll be a pretty telling sign of direction. There's just waiting. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the days is just waiting for the right setup. I do think potentially if we start rejecting 5100, that is a good sign to go short. That's pretty much what I'm basing my trade on. Flip to a 5-minute here. Watch for this retest. This retest is going to be really, really important. I think it'll tell you where the direction of the day is. They are positioned a little bit higher. It seems like 5120 maybe, 5115. Watch for this retest here. Nice little retest and reject there. House doesn't start talking yet. Yeah, it's still got it's still waiting for this guy to talk. We are getting this 15 or this rejection at 5100. Let me look at ES. We close above this, I'm pretty sure. This will go back up. Pretty much a break and hold above 5,100. I wouldn't short, but we're watching for this, right? That's the main thing that we're watching for right now. Am I still thinking gap close down? It really just depends. It doesn't seem like it wants to. 5,100 is pretty much like the telltale sign for today. We got to retest. We'll watch this candle close on the 5-minute. If we close above this area, I do think we propel back up pretty much, which is really annoying. We have this here. Powell's been speaking for 5 minutes. Okay. Or to 30 seconds to go. Okay. $15. Lots of negative delta built in. It's annoying. Super mixed, right? We've had so many situations. We saw earlier lots of positive delta built up on that drop. Now on this push up, we have negative delta. Might need a tighter policy, very hawkish. Interesting. Oh, that negative delta pretty much diminished. might need a tighter policy or hawkish retesting. Interesting. The speech has a little changed since the last FOMC speech. Also was pretty market. Yeah, this market's been like, I mean, it's hard to trade these intraday levels lately. Yeah, the intraday mess has been like, it's been very tough to trade. Still just hovering above 5,100. 5100 held. Fuck your puts Powell, eh? That guy is a different animal. This is fucking piss boring day, eh? 5100, I guess, just seems to be the draw. What a fucking snorefest. It's just been chopping. 8 o'clock is my sign to hop off if nothing happens by then. We've already been 45 minutes into Powell and it's just been pure chop. Let's check my mail. This is literally the boringest thing on planet Earth. Jesus Christ. Have yet to get a directional trade in. It's lost patience to grow trade like a bozo. It's just that one. Yeah, there's like nothing here that tells me that like there is no true direction yet. We had that big downside move, and the only thing I can imagine on that downside move was I was looking at this, but I didn't take it. Yeah. Like we had a low volume node from here. So we tapped right into it and rejected. But even then it was like NQ looks a little bit better. There we go. All right. This is all I really saw, but I didn't really have confidence in it. I wish I took it. Obviously, hindsight is 2020, right? But then you could have targeted all of this support here, like around this area. Would have been a decent move, or you could have longed 18,000, right? I mean, if you look at the 15-minute, we didn't get a close below 18,000. So it's a tough trade, and even if you were to have entered like the longs, yeah, I think the draw is to the upside, just because the data tells me to the upside. 15.15 on ES or SPX, sorry. Wow, what a boring ass day again. Yesterday had all negative gamma strikes. It was hard to read SNR levels. If that happens, do you look at aggregate? I still stick to ODT levels. Like, if there's negative days, I keep saying, if there's negative days, I rely more on fibs and VP, because as of late, like, I mean, even as of right now, lately, it's like, these levels have been very small. Like, it'll say a small level, or like small interest in other levels, just for it to be like a big move. Like yesterday you had all the way down to like 50, like 50 80 I think was the AOI yesterday, if I remember correctly, and looking at that then was like, okay, that seems like it's like that's a bigger move, right? But even then 50 80 was pretty much it, and it didn't really show, not that I remember it showed like even more downside, but this is what I mean by like it showed 50 80, right? If you draw 50 80, a line at 50 80, we were pretty much drawn to it the entire day. Down, back up, back to 50.80, came up to 50.80, back down, and then straight back up to 50.80. So like 50.80 was that like that drawing level. And like even that move in the morning, if you look at ES 1 minute, that's a hard watch. Like it's not very clear for the downside either, in terms of like a clean move to the downside. Is this 6:30? Yeah. Like we had the morning pop and then slowly drop, but every single candle like going down had like a pretty good wick, other than these two, right? You have a giant wick here, bunch of wicks here, and then even here you had a potential wick back to the upside. Right here you had a wick to the upside for more down, right? It's hard PA to read, even for me. Like I see this and I just like think this is pretty stupid. Like even right now, let's see. NQ has bigger wicks, right? As of right now. So like all these downside moves, you see these wicks, see these wicks, see these wicks, same with wicks, same with these wicks, but then you'll also get like big downside candles like this. Like it's a tough read going into today. Same with like this. You potentially thought we would bounce. Nope. came right back down, right? Same thing, or like wick, nice green candle with a pretty decent wick. Like the PA is hard to read, but I guess that 51.15 was the upside draw. Like NQ is fucking moving right now. And another missed move again. That's tough for me. Just sitting here on the sidelines watching this. Especially like yesterday's move was super easy. That was an unlucky miss. Right? I think I talked about it. It's this one. Same thing with today. Just haven't been on one lately. Same thing with today. Another miss from today was the short end of VP at the open on NQ. Same thing. It's on a 15-minute. This one. Just been missing a lot of these basic, simple moves. And even this, like, we swept this support and then pushed back up. So lots of missed moves. There is still the case of like this. So it's a lot of missed moves. Trading has been a tough one, a tough little doozy lately. Man, I gotta get back onto this. I've been missing a lot of little details that I usually don't miss. But alas, that just means more time in front of the charts again. There's 15, 51.15. Can you use Traderlink to trade ES, not options? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just correlating the levels from SPX to ES. It's all the same. Mm. 51.15. If you're in longs, this would be an area to trim for sure. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. I missed the trade again, so apologies. I'll be on top. I got to take some time to get back on top of my A game, recognizing certain things. So that's not a. Maybe it's because I'm putting too much pressure on myself, but yeah, whatever the situation is, I need to get back on top of recognizing certain things because completely missed that BP thing today. Also completely missed that short from yesterday with fibs. Like and even today, like I hesitated on this. This is what I was kind of watching for, right? We had that 5100 level. Right here was kind of it. So this would have been my ideal short, right? Stop would have been here. Entry for longs, right? We would have been stopped right here, right, on this candle. Entry for longs after we finally broke back above. But even then, it was like, if I didn't really want to take shorts, even though my intuition was telling me shorts. It's also because why I said in the beginning, 5150 or 5115 does look like we wanted to go there, right? Data didn't really show much lower than anything past 5095, right? So like this area, because that was sort of like the 5100, 5095 Gex flip. So from that point on, it was like, okay, I don't think we go lower. Although my intuition tells me lower, I don't think we go lower. So that's how you know something's off. If my intuition's off, then even for myself, like that's not a good sign for myself. So with that being said, it's like, okay, 5100, 5095 Gex flip. We came down, right? This probably would have been your entry, this candle right here, right on the 5 minute. You realize that, okay, we broke back above 5100. And now we had 5100 hold, and then once again, next candle, right? So then you could have longed 5100 right here within this candle. And then basically a close under would have been your stop, and then you would have targeted 5115. Like to me, missing that is something as obvious as, like I would usually see that. I'm sure you guys know that. So missing that too was also kind of frustrating. So it's like, okay, down. Broke back above, next candle right here. This is your entry because we had what? We had one candle form and close above. This one retested it. Next one retested it. No close below. So to me, once again, good sign. Right, let's run it, and then we get to push back up. So. Yeah, sorry guys. It doesn't seem like I'm on top of my A game right now as of late. The past, 2 days? Wait, today's Wednesday? Past 3 days? Jesus Christ. So, I'll work on it. I gotta spend some more time in front of the charts, rewatching today, considering certain aspects that I missed, right? 5115, obviously, we kind of talked about it. That was sort of the AOI, so that is going to be the level to trim, right? Hopefully you guys took a trim. If you managed to get in longs, that was like what, 15 points to the upside. So just missing over and over again. But I gotta spend some time looking more at this. Yeah, 5100 and 5115 are pretty much the levels for the day. Potential for 5130, like very slight potential. 5150 is on net, but it's not very negligible in terms of like the amount, so we'll see what happens. If we get above 5130, maybe. This is pretty much how you treat it, right? Let me get my path tool. Right down, 5130, back up, and then we watch for that retest. If we get a break above, what do? You wait for a retest and a candle hold, and then you can target 5130. Right, that's pretty much the basic same. And then now from here, it's the same thing, right? If we get a break above, you want to form and close, and you also want to get in on the retest of 5130 for a potential to 5150, right? But for 5150, keep in mind, what are we waiting for? You want to see the Gex values pick up. If there are no pickups on the Gex value, then how did you get 5100 and 5150 levels? Right here. If you look at the net chart, right, we have 5100, or we have 5115 as AOI. If you look at the split chart, right, I was talking about this. It is obviously the biggest one. So above 5115, you want a candle 5130 short. 5130 short, actually, what I was just about to say, It wouldn't be a bad idea, especially if you see 5130 pick up, or yeah, 5130 if it picks up, and then 5150 doesn't pick up at all, then 5130 wouldn't be a bad short back down. I mean, look, it's for me. I don't really give a shit if I make money, right? I didn't. We all kind of know this. Like don't really care about that anymore. It's more so like I want to be right at this point. It's like yesterday, right? It was 50-60 on that I called out, right? That was pretty much like that was a mental win. Maybe I need to take the time to not trade and just focus on mental wins until I can get back into recognizing everything, because it doesn't feel right missing out on something this simple, right? Although PA was kind of dog shit, like if you look at PA, like, but it actually wasn't that bad, right? We had a break under, and then that was the biggest one. We had a break under, form and close, retest, also slight rejection, but the next candle came and broke back above. So it's yeah, it's just missing these types of things where you get that retest right here is not like something I should be missing. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Like this is something we talk about this all the time, and we even talked about it here. But still, that's not something I should be missing. So there's obvious things that I need to work on. Maybe it's just a mental thing for me as of right now because of whatever happened yesterday. So trying to figure out maybe yesterday just wasn't trading in the right mind, wasn't in the right mindset. So going into today, should have figured that it wouldn't be a very good trading day. But yeah. Anyways, there's always a new day. What time frame am I watching? This is the 5-minute. I mean, with Powell talking, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that it's not easy to trade. It's also the data is already set, right? We kind of already had we saw 5115 was the AOI the entire time, with 5100 split being big. So I think my intuition today was wrong because I felt more downside, and I didn't want to play longs. So that was the other thing. I was really looking for entries for shorts, which isn't a very good thing, especially given that the data was telling me. So I do apologize again today. Like haven't been on my A game like the first 2 months or so. So I do apologize for that, guys. I've not been on my A game. Maybe I gotta go touch some fucking grass or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Just haven't been on my A game. Sucks to not be on thy A game. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thank you for tuning in. No need to apologize. As you read many times, just call it service. Just a trading community. Sharing what they see. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, as long as you guys are learning something, that's the most important. So hopefully you guys still enjoy the streams, although not on par with the first 2 months, but it is what it is, right? We have our on and off days. But anyways, I'm going to end the stream, guys. I'm probably going to go touch some fucking grass, go outside, take a walk. So everyone have a great rest of your guys' day. And I'll see you guys for class tonight. I set a reminder on my phone so I won't forget. That'll be with Fatty, Liquidos, and Jay Crispin as well. So that being said, thank you for tuning in. And as always, keep moving forward. Everyone have a great rest of your guys.